Just why people were asking that they enjoying this weather. I hope say now they enjoy the news where they brief for now. As now they enjoy everything where they happen for Nigeria. Hope say now they save from everything where they happen from Nigeria, because as they bring better doctoral news come in Nigerians, mean now stay connected to LAJUPOG TV show. A lot of people might be thinking, might be doubting. A lot of obedient out there may be doubting that when Bola Tinubu has become Bola Tinubu has been inaugurated as the president of Nigeria. Well, we accepted that is there any way that Peter Obi can still become the president? There's nothing we can do again. Like let's just forget about it. Let's just wait in the next 4 years. My answers to them is in this video. The answers to all your doubting is in this video. I want you to stay connected to the end of this video. Me now listen to waiting the happen for Nigeria. See you soon. We'll be back.
Welcome to LAJUPOG TV show.
The whole of crime scene
is happening in the street again.
The center of political news, celebrity gossip, religious gossip, and happiness in the society.
Join us, the voice of Africa.
Hello my great and wonderful viewers, welcome you back to LAJUPOG TV show. If you are new to this show, don't forget to click the subscribe button, the like button, and the bell beside it, and also plan to drop your comment in the comment section so that YouTube will notify you immediately we drop any other video into this channel. Yes, my people, before I play this video for us, but I want to ask this one question. Do you still believe in Nigeria? Do you still have faith that Nigeria will still become a better country? Or do you believe that Nigeria is doomed for the next 4 years? If you can answer that question in your mind, you can answer that question in the comment section. That is it. But I want you to know that no matter what happened, there is always joy at the end of the tunnel. There's always there's always light at the end of the tunnel. No matter what happened in this country, no matter the fight we might be fighting, no matter all the tribulations or the problem that we might be facing, there is always light at the end of the tunnel. And we are going to get to the end. We are going to get to the end, and we are going to be successful. There's nothing we can do again. Yes, we believe that Bola Tinubu has been inaugurated as the president of Nigeria. There's no doubt about that. But it can be removed. It can be sacked, no matter what. A president has been sacked. A president has been sacked before. No doubt about that. But if you are still doubting about if Bola Tinubu can be sacked, if Peter Obi can become the president, stay connected to the end of the show. Listen to this analysis, and your doubt will be removed. See you soon.
Tinubu can never be removed from office, that no judge will ever try that the Nigerian president has too much powers, this, that. They are actually saying it without looking at the facts that are different in Tinubu's case. Tinubu's case is so different that you can't compare it with Buhari versus Atiku in 2019 or Buhari versus Yar'Adua in 2007. Also, when people make these kind of statements, they forget that we have a judicial precedent on the sacking of a former president. So if a former president has been sacked by the court, why will Tinubu's case be different? Yes, NS Shonekon was sacked in 1993 by a federal high court, but people will say, it's not a fair comparison that NS Shonekon wasn't elected. But NS Shonekon actually collected pensions as a former president. He even attended Council of State meetings. So if he wasn't a former president, why did he enjoy all these legacies that former presidents enjoy? Also, the 1999 constitution we are using today was given to us by the military, and some of the decrees that military men made in the past were all consolidated. When the Fourth Republic started, they were all made acts of parliament. Now, let's see the similarities between Tinubu and Shonekon. Shonekon was appointed by former Nigerian dictator Ibrahim Babangida. Babangida was under serious pressure after he annulled the election of MKO Abiola. plus the $12 billion of oil revenue that Nigeria made during the Gulf War in 1991. He couldn't account for any of them, so under serious pressure, he had to quickly find a way to leave office. That made him to appoint Ernest Shonekan as an interim president. Now, on Tinubu's side, he was appointed by Buhari with the aid of Mahmoud Yakubu and others who participated in the heist that took place in February 25, 2023. Like Babangida, Buhari was also under serious pressure, having plunged Nigeria into serious debt. He couldn't solve security challenges despite spending billions of dollars in new equipment for the military. Even his home state of Katsina and neighboring state of Zamfara are still till today plagued by banditry and insecurity issues. That's why he couldn't stay in Nigeria after telling Nigerians that he performed wonderfully well, but he couldn't stay in Nigeria. Now, let's see what the court said when they sacked Shonekan. The court said that his position is unconstitutional, that Nigeria's constitution does not recognize an interim president. Now, let's see the constitutional matters that the court will look at in Tinubu's case. Tinubu is the first person to take oath of office as president of Nigeria without winning 25% in Abuja. Since the Fourth Republic started in 1999, no person has ever won the presidential election without winning his region. Obasanjo won the Southern region in 1999 and in 2003. Yar'Adua won the Northern region in 2007. Goodluck Jonathan won the Southern region in 2011. Buhari won the Northern region in 2015 and in 2019. All the past presidents all scored the mandatory 25% requirement in Abuja before being declared winner of the presidential election. Only Tinubu failed to meet this important requirement. Mind you that the constitution says that if there is no winner after the first round in a situation where there are more than 2 candidates contesting for the presidential election, in the second round, Abuja 25% is not required. So the drafters of the constitution know why they did it that way, and it is the law. So far that it has not been amended, it is the law. So the court will look at the constitutional requirements that Tinubu failed to meet. When they finish that, they will go on to the election proper, whether he scored the lawful votes, whether he met the 25% spread in 2/3 of 36 states of Nigeria. Because going by the Beavers report tendered at the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, it shows that he benefited from overvoting massively in many states that runs into thousands of votes. So the court will look at all this evidence and do the needful. Theirs is to answer the questions posed by the petitioners. The petitioners in their pleas are asking the court to do many things to see whether the constitutional provisions were fulfilled by Tinubu before being declared winner. So they will look at the plea and look at the evidence. If they are convinced, they will rule in favor of the petitioners. So looking back in 1993, from the glory days of the Nigerian judiciary, when there was so much pride in being a judge, when the society held judges in high esteem, when they made judgments against military governments and nothing happened, why will any judge fear Tinubu today? The work of a judge is to interpret the law, no matter who is involved. The law is no respecter of persons. They will just need to interpret the law and deliver judgment. And going by the precedent set in 1993 by a Nigerian judge, that means that precedent will be repeated. They will look at that precedent and say, yes, a former president was sacked by a court of law. It is possible to sack another in 2023. Provided that there are constitutional breaches, the judges must uphold the law. Besides, the judiciary arm of government needs to redeem themselves, because if they allow people that didn't win an election to retain power, going by what happened during the election, these people will never obey court orders. They will ridicule the judiciary arm. When you make orders as a judge and the executive arm does not obey it, what's your authority as a judge? Lawless people can never obey the law. They are already showing their lawlessness, keeping people in detention. Why do we always put the cart before the horse? It is the horse that drives the cart. You cannot keep someone in detention while you are conducting investigation. That's not how it works. These people do not have immunity. You can question them or even invite them over and continue your investigation. When you are through, you can now charge them to court. You don't even need to finish all the investigation. Once you get something, you get one charge alone, you can charge the person based on the charge. While he's facing that charge, you can continue your investigation And you can charge him after, even if the person has been convicted by the court. You can charge him on another charge that is different from the one that he has been charged. That is how to do it. No matter the gravity of the crime they committed, whether they stole billions in dollars or naira, it still doesn't negate the fact that they deserve fair hearing. Yes, that's the position of the law. This same thing happened to Dasuki. He was kept in detention by the Buhari administration for many years without being charged. This is the reason many people are flight risks. They can run away because security agents detain people indefinitely. If people are aware that whatever they did, once it's a bailable offense, he will never spend more than 24 hours with the police. People wouldn't have any reason to run. Like in developed countries, why are you running? So that is the situation. It is actually the behavior of security agents that makes people to run away from the law. If they know that after all, I'll go to court, they'll give me bail, that's the end, I've answered their questions, why will you run? You just go back to your business and continue your affairs. These kind of intimidations are what the EU Observer team talked about in their report. Do you know that some state governors withheld salaries of workers just because they didn't win an election? They gave them some conditions that they must go and canvass for votes for them, and they withheld their salaries before the election. Some continued withholding the salaries after they lost the election. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine the level of abuse of power? Everyone should go and read that EU report. Now, let's answer some questions. Steve wants to know what documents they will rely on to recalculate the results in case the court orders a recollation of the results. It's still the same thing. They will follow the process for resolving disputes in collation. If a party is contesting a result at the collation level, there are laid down procedures on how to resolve the dispute. In this case, the IREF copy is mutilated. They will go down to the next one, which is the police copy. If the police copy is not available, they will go down to the political party agent copy. So if the court orders a recollation of the results, they will still follow the law and collate the results the way it's supposed to be collated. Camillus wants to know when the judges will start collating the results. Will they rely on the mathematics professor to show that P2B won? The process is already on as we speak, and all parties won't be present while they decide, because this is evidence we are talking about here. The court will never invite all parties when they are going through the evidence. It doesn't work that way. The only time all parties will be involved is during recollation, assuming that will be the judgment of the court. This matter is very easy to determine. The judges cannot give you what you didn't ask for. That's not how it works. Theirs is to look at your plea and go and check the evidence you tendered. If they are convinced by the evidence, they rule in your favor. If they are not, it becomes the opposite. That's why it's very important to tender convincing evidence in the first place, which in this case, the Labour Party and the PDP did a very good job. Thanks for watching.
Yes, my people, thanks for staying connected to the very end of this video. But if you have watched this video and you are still doubting that a president can be sacked, I believe that you are wrong. You are wrong, because the analysis of this video, the way the video is being analyzed, that there's nothing that Bola Ahmed Tinubu can do. He can't escape. He can't escape. He will definitely be sacked, because the evidence that are attached to him, if he's not disqualified, Bitabi will win the election case, because Bola Tinubu is not qualified to be a president of a country. It is enough. We all agree. We should all agree that he's not qualified at all. How will a drug lord, a criminal, come out of jail and now believe and say that he wants to rule the people, that he's already a good man, that he wants to rule the people, and you are still a criminal? You still continue to do that bad things. You still continue to hurt people, and you think people will come out and support you? Are they joking? Are they senseless? And people see what the change that Peter Obi has done for this country, the change that is coming to this country, is going to be recorded in history. throughout the history of Nigeria. Is going to continue. It's going to continue because there is nothing. This will be the first. This will be the first ever president taken to court, fought for. Nigerians stand against it. We worked against it. We fought against it, and we became successful. Don't worry. Always stay connected to LAJUPOG TV show. If you have not clicked the subscribe button, click the subscribe button, the like button, and the bell beside it. Don't worry. See you in my next video. God bless you. God bless Nigeria. Bye.
Thank you for staying connected at LAJUPOG TV show. Leave the message for you, let us impact you. So all we do on this channel is to bring to you prophetic words from men of God in America and outside America, from the person of Judy Green and Christmas to the Vincent of Bola and Clement and all of that. So we'll update you with undiluted words that come from them and also their prophetic words. And guess what? Many of these prophecies are really coming through. So just ensure you subscribe to this channel just to get more of the prophecy in pure time. Guess what? See you next.